Hello, welcome to a little session that I put together just to help you with some Easter, maybe lunch or entertaining ideas and inspiration. It's just a couple of quick recipes and then some tips on making something a little bit more fun, brownie wise, and touching on hot cross buns as well. So we might start with, we'll just go to my week here because I've popped it all in my meal planning. Utilize the shopping list function on Cookie-Doo and done it that way to make it far easier for me. So we might start with what looks very fancy but is very simple. Haven't made this for a very long time, and I don't know about you, if you've got a Thermomix, sometimes you think, oh, why haven't I made that? There's just so many recipes that you find new ones and you're always rotating them around. So, you know, with Cookie-Doo, we've got 14,000 recipes at our fingertips. So yeah, plenty of options there. So we're going to put some red onion and some dill in. We're going to press next. Here it's going to chop it. You can see it's asking for the lid to be placed back on, and we just press play. Simple as that. I'm pressing the next button. One of the things I do love about the TM7 is this is 4 ingredients in one block. So normally in the previous models, you would have had to hit next 4 times to get through that. That is not fun. All right, so let's go. Cream cheese, 250 grams, which is a whole block of it. That's cheeky, that's only 220, but that'll do. Some 120 grams of cream, so we'll pop that in. The scales weigh it for you as you go. So you can see what you're at. Now, when you get to, this is 120 grams. When I get there, oh, I might have gone too far over. Smidge a bit over. It'll tick it off for you once you hit the grams. I'm a little bit too excited. Some freshly squeezed lemon juice. So lemon juice is really, one of the things is you can cut the lemon in half and use your spatula to turn it to juice it. So that's an easy way to do it, and you can do it on your lid too and squeeze it this way and have a container underneath to catch everything. So there's a couple of different ways to do it there. Tabasco sauce. Ooh, a tablespoon of that. Oh my gosh. I remember this being on the table when I was a little girl with my grandfather. I don't know what he put it on, and I'm not interested in knowing. But that'll do. Bit of flavour there. He also probably had it piled beside the pile of salt on his plate that he dipped everything in. How disgusting is that? Anyway, we know better now, don't we? So 20 seconds, speed 4, it's going to mix all of that together. I really like to look at this recipe. It looks so fancy, but it's so simple. And that's one of the really, I guess, things that I love the most about the Thermomix is I can cook things that look quite fancy, but without putting as much effort and without stressing myself out silly. There we go. Next. Now it's just scrape down the sides. And then we'll add some more. Oh, look at that. Check that out. Looks good, doesn't it? So scraping down the sides. Then we're adding capers and the smoked salmon. Remember my spatula, if you've watched my things before, I absolutely love this spatula. We've got the capers in. Now the smoked salmon, it wants 250 grams. It's in slices, so I think mine's already pretty thin, but we might chop it up a little bit more. Should have done that before. I did not read that bit, but good that you've got the detail there. If you're not sure, you don't have to sort of guess it. You know that's always going to tell you what you need. All right, pop that in. One of my kids absolutely loves salmon and is gutted because he can't have dairy at the moment. What a shame. But there are alternatives with lactose-free options for the cream cheese. That needs at work, so it'll be all gone by the time he gets home. So we're going to blend that together. So press play. So that's going to do it. Can you see this? It's actually telling us to go turbo 3 times. So 2 seconds, 3 times. which is on your turbo mode on any Thermomix. It's a half a second or 2 seconds, really seriously hard, quick chop. So a whole packet of Marie biscuits, if you're going to make a slice, just zhuzh it a few times and it'll sort that right out for you. All right, place it in a serving bowl, garnish with dill and serve as desired. Oh, so pretty fancy, little Francois. So think you could pop it on a cracker. You could put them on a whole heap of crackers. Now, funny story, I had the nice water crackers, whatever they're called, but a teenager found them. So thinking about, so now we have Jats, or what do you call them down here? The Aldi equivalent. So you could have these all set up on a platter, either with, where did I put my plate? Never mind, here it is. So imagine those all set up on a table, or you could use the little, the baguettes and just slice those and put it on that. That is gonna look so fancy, so easy. And it's so creamy, the guests are gonna love that. So that's definitely a fun one to add to the evening entertaining, not just Easter. I just figured we're all about to do some entertaining, so why not just, you know, touch base and see what we can do there. How easy was that? Simple. All right, so let's go to the next recipe. Actually, what I might do is I might decorate something for you to show you. Where is it? So, another Easter trick that I've learned in the past. Please don't judge my brownie, it's probably about to crack. I've had some technical challenges today with the oven, which is what you want when you're going to go show people things. So I actually normally do more of a butter icing, but today I had a little bit of a brain fade and I just did icing sugar, which I milled in my Thermomix Speed 10. Just normal white sugar milled down to icing sugar, add some cocoa, and I added milk rather than I needed to add butter. So silly me. Normally it's a little bit fluffier, but I've put that on to show you. So this is something that I did years ago and it was quite fun. And it was quite impressive, and I took it in, I think, for teachers. So I'm just gonna, that does not look good, I'm sorry. Pretend it's that lovely, it's the butter icing sugar situation, just so that things stick to it a bit better. There we go. Now, then we've got dirt, also known as Oreos. A hot tip there, if you get the Oreos with the chocolate inside, you don't see the white bits. But I just got the original ones today, so popping that all over it. So you're making yourself your veggie patch for your bunny, for your carrots and your Easter. So you can have this super fine, you can have chunks in it, it doesn't matter how you want it to look. It's open to your own artistic perception of what it should look like. So a bit of fun, tastes delicious too, because Oreos are really good. I like mine a little bit inconsistent with some chunky bits in it, so I just did a half a second turbo on half a packet at a time, just to make it that really weirdly sort of consistency that I'm after. All right, hopefully you can see this okay. So popping that there. Now, what I've done in the past is used the speckled eggs. The praline kind of speckled eggs look amazing. So you can just pop those all over. If you're making it for kids, obviously try and be a little bit less random with it so that they all get a piece, I guess. But if you're making it for adults, they can sort of get over that a little bit. Maybe not, because they are pretty good, these praline eggs. Right, so that's that done. Now the other thing that I've done in previous years, and I haven't done it this year, but I thought I'd explain it to you. I cheated this year and I found lollies that were carrots. Now, if you've got the ability and the time, it is not hard, I promise, to make your get fondant, make it, buy it, whatever, make it orange, and you're just rolling it into a sphere to make a carrot. and then just with like a butter knife, the blunt edge, just put some lines in it to make it a carrot, and then put some green in the top. So I've made that properly in the past and it has looked amazing. But then this year I noticed these and thought, oh, they might be fun, because not a lot of people like to eat the fondant big chunks. If you do, kudos to you. But it's like a little carrot patch here. Bit of fun. So it's just something a little bit different for Easter. Now, whatever else you want to do with it, you can. If you want it really well organised, you can. If you don't, then you don't. Whatever works. These are pink, and I just actually grabbed the pink ones. So I found some of these little doobies. Lots of things. Now, for the edges, what you can do is you can continue to put dirt if you've got enough. So you can just kind of build it up around there. Or the other option is, if you want to be naughty, you can add a bit of everything. So you can add your marshmallows at the side. I'm not doing that because my kids will bounce for a century because they're going to eat this. So I'm not doing that. But, and the other thing is you can do, if you want to be, you know, a little bit special, you can put more Oreos around the outside as well. But to be honest, I just leave the dirt quite chunky and do, in the past, have done marshmallows. A little bit of dirt over the top makes it look a bit more fun. But yeah, so you can shovel that all around it. You can get your mini marshmallows too. They look amazing around it. And it depends on what kind of plate or bowl you have as well as to how it presents. But it's so fun to be a bit creative with. So that's it. You can get one of those little Happy Easter stick-in things if you want, printed out, stick it on a toothpick, whatever your imagination can come up with. Now, I'm not pretending I'm the world's best artist. I am absolutely not. But you get the picture. I'll show you in a sec. It's all, and I'm really messy in case you hadn't noticed. Here you go. So, thinking about serving that up. Have fun. Just something fun. Great to pass off to the teachers too for the staff room. So that's that one. Now, the other thing I'd like to chat through is, and we're not making it today because it's quite a lengthy process, but this is, so your hot cross bun recipe. Again, I'm not the most creatively pretty, beautiful presentation. I wanted to do a rustic loaf version of it today. I normally do bread rolls and I normally make them all perfect. I normally do the crosses on them. But today I thought, you know what, let's just see a more time efficient way. So I just popped it in my favorite. I use this a lot. You can get them on the mix shop. I think they're rose gold now though. Same 900 gram loaf. Fits in there perfectly. So don't be scared to do hot cross buns. They're actually quite easy. If you don't want the raisins and the currant, the sultanas in it, you don't have to. Remember, you're in control. If your family don't like this on top, you don't have to. You can just make it a fruit loaf, whatever suits you and your family. I'm putting that back in there because it's cool. If it was warm, I wouldn't. Otherwise, it'll go soggy. So a little bit of fun there. I really do love. The other thing you can do is, or if you don't want to make brownie, you can do little chocolate or vanilla patty cakes or cupcakes. And you can do them with you can put the Oreo dirt on the top that way. So lots of different options there. I'm just going to get some of this stuff out of the way. Here we go. Let's go back here. Make sure you can see that's the clean button. This one's another creative, fun one. It's, where are we? It's a carrot, Easter carrot cheese dip. Super fun, super delicious. So we'll press the start button there and get going with this. Making sure you can see because I've moved everything. All right, so we've got, I should have practiced saying it. Leicester, I can't say it. How funny. I'm going to get teased for doing this. Cheese, special cheese. It's in the recipe. Now tear that back. Let's pop that in. Next, now it's going to grate that. So we're going to put the lid back on and let it grate that cheese up, which is so much easier. There we go, 5 seconds. This is another one that looks quite fancy. Do I have a bowl left? No. Put the chocolate in it. Where's my bowl gone? If you could see how much of a mess I've made today in my kitchen, my goodness, lucky you cannot. So that's done. So it's like crumbly now. It's quite crumbly looking. And perhaps I should have got the cheese out. Not got it out so far. So hot tip there, use the cheese straight from the fridge, because I've had it out because I prepped this beforehand, obviously, getting prepared, and it's actually gone into a bit of a paste, so oopsie. But we will see what happens with this. Of course, it would only do it when you're trying to show people. Otherwise, it's not a problem. Pretty funny, huh? Now, 100 grams of carrot. So we're going to tear that back because I mucked that up. How much is that? That's 100 there. I didn't weigh it because I thought, oops. If you ever do that and you go back, if you hit skip when you didn't mean to, just scrolling back to the 3 dots and set this current step, and then you're back to where you were. Now some spring onion. That's in there too. And now that's going to chop all together as well. This dip's really yummy. Just play. It's all about the quick wins, I think, when you're entertaining. Something that's delicious, that looks good, all of it. Check that out. Good job. Scrape down the sides with the spatula. There we go. Now, it's going to chop again. We did that. I keep putting the lid in my blinds, but I don't know. All right. Scrape down again, and then we're going to add 75 grams of some of the cheese. There you go. So you can see there, it's chopped it right up. Oh my gosh. Let's get a spoon. 75 grams. It's 45, 72. That'll do. Whatever's there will do. Next. Now, rest of it. It's cream cheese. Oops. Dijon mustard. Now, garlic powder, paprika, salt, pepper is all in here. So I'm going to pour that in because it was in the one step. It's much easier to get that all prepared to make it easier to record it for you. So next, now it's going to 15 seconds and melt that all down. And if you're wondering and you think, hang on, did I miss something? Nope, I did not. And then you can go back to your current step and press play. So really good feature that you can scroll around and have a look at, you know. Sometimes I find I'm in a recipe and I'm like, why am I doing that? I don't understand why. And then you scroll ahead and go, I see. So I think if you're like me and you're so used to cookie dough and you just kind of trust the process, but sometimes you kind of question it and go, I don't understand. All right, so now it says taking spoonfuls of the mixture at a time, transfer into a large plate or serving platter. Again, I don't know that my artistic skills are going to be amazing here, and I'm confident you can probably do better at home. Let's go. So, what we're going to do now is try and make this look beautiful. And we're aiming, we're aiming for it to look like a carrot. So it says here, pop it onto a serving platter or plate, form a carrot shape using a spoon to smooth the sides, and then cover the carrot with remaining reserved grated cheese, which this will be my only problem now, that the cheese, I left it out for just a little bit too long, so it was too soft and it hasn't crumbled. It's more pureed, I think. Anyway, I'll just get this. There we go. There's one little bit there. You know what? I might just re-zhuzh this for a second, and you can do that. Let's just, if you decide something just needs a smidgy bit more, then you just go back, like we talked about, 3 dots, set as current step. I don't want 15 seconds though. I just want to remix it because there was just a little bit on top that flew up by the look of it. Let's go. Just sometimes if you've got the ingredients go a certain way, I find sometimes something can be sitting up on the top, and I just want to be able to work with it really well. That's a bit better. There we go. Okay. All right. I can't believe I'm doing this on a recording. Remember, I never promised this would be beautiful, but I'd love to see if you make this. I'd love to see you post it on the page. Now, I'm not going to make a large carrot today, I don't think, because I don't have the social setting to feed it, and I'd like to put the rest away. So I'm going to just show you how I did it last time I made it. So I kind of find it easier to go into a triangle shape. So you're just making that outer edge, see? Where is? Just like that. There we go. What do we think? You getting the gist of it? Now the problem's going to be my cheese, but that's all right. We will get there. I will actually pop in. Where did I put it now? Here we go. Some parsley as the stalk, so it's a little bit fun. As the greenery on the carrot. Now, and then you're just crumbling the cheese when your cheese crumbles properly over the top. So not the first time, I've made it a couple of times over the years. Last time I made this was super easy because this crumbled really well. So definitely please don't get your cheese out too early because normally it covers it completely and looks really super amazing. So sorry in advance that I'm not the most creative cook. Sometimes I can be. Sometimes I surprise myself. There we go. But then sometimes I over prepare and my cheese goes a little bit too soft. I'm sure it still tastes the same, but if you're doing this on your Easter day, it's a very easy way to fix it. Okay. If I had more cheese, I'd just do it. But it's okay. Get there. It's part of the good part about having this kind of support is I make the mistakes for you. So then you don't have to, because that's a very easy mistake to make, something like that, where you just don't consider. Today's a little bit warmer, thank goodness. There we are. So, a piece of dill out. What do we think? And then you can just get paper towel or a cloth or whatever. I don't think I've got any paper towel in here. Grab my cloth and just tidy it up. There we go. cool's that one? So again, you look pretty fancy rocking up to Easter or having people come over for Easter. Look, how fun. And then you just get your cracker, put your crackers all around it, and they just help themselves. So how fun is that? We'll get some of the jats my children left me. Now, the other thing is with when you're doing your hot cross buns, if you do an online order, something so funny. I ordered a 100-gram packet, I thought, of sultanas, and I got 8 mini packets. Have you ever seen it so small before? That's just amazing, isn't it? Alright, well that's it from me. You've got some options here. So thinking about Easter, you've got your brownie, make this up. You've got your hot crust bun, loaf, or rolls. Now remember, if you choose to make rolls, if there's a tiny little blemish in the top, it's not super smooth, it will bake and look quite more dramatic. So just keep that in mind. And then of course, you've got your summer mousse too. How fun's that? Good luck, and I hope that was helpful. And if you do make something like this, please post it on Look Who's Mixing. I'd love to see a picture of it. See ya.